Alright, good morning. Welcome back to another Duck Hunt with the Iron Boys. It is Wednesday, November 20th. We took a couple of days off. Monday and Tuesday because of the last past hunts with the south weather and the warm weather, or south winds and the warm weather just haven't been producing any ducks. And the weather was like that the last 2 days, so Steve went into work. I did some other things, and it sounds like we're having engine problems. So, somebody else beat us out here. They took our first option, so we're going to do our second option. And we got west winds, northwest winds. So if we can get out of here. So temperatures are in the 50s. So, and we got a little bit of an overcast. So we'll see what today's got to bring. Today's going to bring. So stay tuned. Alright guys, we're just 15 minutes away from shooting light, and we've got overcast skies, winds coming out of the northwest, probably about 10 knots. Temperature's about 47, so still waiting on the banger of a hunt. I don't think the migration is full swing yet. Still pretty warm up north. We have a kind of a cold front, some strong winds coming out from the north this week for the remainder of the week. So today's the 20th, Wednesday, November 20th on Wednesday. Only got a few more hunts left. I leave on Sunday to head back to Alaska, and so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday winds are supposed to be coming out of the north, so hopefully we'll have some good hunts here at the remainder of my time here. So it's just Steve and I out today. We did run into our friend Doug is out here also, but he's hunting in a different spot by himself. So he actually got here before we did, and took one of the spots. Was our first choice, but we're at our second choice. So we'll show him that he made a mistake. So anyways, yep, 15 minutes away. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have a good day. By the way, we are hearing some quacking behind us, so hopefully this overcast will keep those ducks down. They're over there in the duck hole. Keep them down until shooting time, so maybe we can get some passing shots. So alrighty, stay tuned. I thought it was going to come in. Shit. I thought he was going to turn right over me here. Alright, well, about 30 minutes in, we had a few opportunities. We thought we'd let the ducks get a little bit closer, but they kept on flying. But we just had one that landed behind us. We heard a quack and we didn't catch him on film because I don't have any cameras pointing behind us, but we've got decoys behind us. And so it was a Drake Mallard landed in the decoys back there. We didn't even notice it until we heard it quacking. So we got that. Lake's coming up. Come on, Lake. Lake's coming up with it now. So, but not the amount of birds flying that we were hoping. We've probably seen a total of 5 so far in that first half hour or so. It's a nice one if we can get Lake up here. Come on, Lake. Alright, here's the Drake we just got. Nice one. Steve just got. Nice. That's a nice one. How fat his neck is. Yeah. Shit. Alright guys, we're 2 hours in, haven't seen much, seen a couple flocks out in the distance. Wind's starting to pick up and also it's starting to rain. Just had 2 mallards that were getting ready to drop right in, and then they ended up flaring off to our right and landed out there. And then I think one of them picked up and then came across the decoys and then landed out in the center out in front of us. So, but not much going on, as we were kind of hoping that we'd get some ducks in here today, but it's not the case. So we might be sticking out for another hour, see what happens. Steve's got to go into work today for half the day, so we won't be out here, all day. So, all right, stay tuned. Finishing over here. Alright guys, we're calling this hunt 3 hours and there's just nothing flying. We did have a couple pairs of mallards that were, there's some right there. Stay right up front. Let's see what these are going to do. So they continued south, but yeah, we had 2 sets of mallards that were all cupped up and ready. They were just coming right in, and they get right to the edge of the decoys, and they flare, and then they land off to our side. So we still have 3 ducks that are off to our right. I think the ones that just flew out in front were the ones that landed off to the left. That was the last pair of mallards that came in. So, but rain's letting up. We had a good, nice, strong northwest wind, but there's just nothing flying. So it was raining pretty good there. So it's letting up. So we're just going to go ahead and pick up and get out of here. Steve's got to go to work for the afternoon. So we'll be back at it tomorrow. We're supposed to have the same kind of conditions, northwest wind. So hopefully these ducks are on their way down. So, all right, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow.